Okay, so again, no, on ethics. Ethics is the science of the morality of the human conduct. Okay, when you say morality, that refers to the rightness or the wrongness of a certain action. Okay, and another one is human conduct or the human acts. So meaning, when you say ethics, it is limited only to human acts. Okay, so what is the other one? The other one is the acts of men, human acts and acts of men. But what's the difference? Okay, we'll find out later on. Okay, the term ethics came from the word ethos, which means a custom or a manner or an act of behaving. Okay, it came from the root word more or mores as they wrote it. No? But when we read this one, more, no? This is the root word for morality. That means the custom or the practice, the praxis. No? Ethics focused on the general principles. Okay, so when you say ethics, we have ethics as we understand it in our ordinary life. We also have ethics as studied in the academy. Our ethics is the ethics that is being studied in the academy. So as studied in the academy, it focuses more on the general principles, rules, theories, no, on determining what is really right and wrong. But again, although we are having this prescription of what is right and wrong, but the one who will decide if you will really follow this right and wrong, it must be the very person, that is you, who will decide. No? So we, as instructors of ethics, will just guide you. We'll just give you the idea of what really is right and wrong. But the one who will decide if you really want to follow, no? So it must be you, no? It must be you. Okay. So while morality is the praxis or the application of those principles. Okay. So ethics and morality, although interchangeably used, pero kung matanaw, there is really a thin difference between the two. So ethics is more on principles, while morality is more on the application of these principles. As mentioned, we have the human act or the human conduct and the acts of men. So ethics focuses only on the human acts, meaning those actions that are consciously done, actions that are willfully done. For those actions beyond our control, we are not responsible for that one. No, morally responsible. So that is beyond. For example, ang pagtibok-tibok sa imong heart, ang pagpump sa imong heart, that cannot be judged morally good or morally bad. No? Because that does not involve our decisions or our will. No? It is beyond. Okay, so anyway, we'll have to go into the details afterwards. Now, we have these characteristics of moral principles. Okay, so when you say moral principles, these are the standards of what really is right and wrong. Although we have different perspective on this one, now it depends. Like for example, Aristotelian perspective or Kantian perspective, or we have the John Rawls, no? Or sa Thomistic na perspective. So they have different perspective, but all of them are trying to explain what really is right and wrong. Okay, so there are some characteristics of these principles. First is prescriptivity. Okay, when you say prescriptivity, meaning a certain principle is being prescribed, meaning it must be followed. No? Just like sa kanang doctor na maghatag siya og prescription, so it needs to be followed. Meaning, paingon sa doctors, dito siyang prescription nga you need to take this medicine 3 times a day, then you need to take the medicines 3 times a day. Or else, dugay ka maayo. Or dili baka ka maayo, hinoon. No? Kung dili na mo siya i-follow. Okay? So, same thing with this one. Moral principles are being prescribed if you want to live a good life. Okay? So, again, you can follow or not, pero yan na i-prescribe. Okay, the other one, impartiality. Impartiality meaning moral principles actually are not being pushed to be followed. Jud nga, kinahanglan jud siya, maura jud ni siya insakto. Impartial meaning nasa sa tunga. Because the one who will decide if you will become good or not is the person, and that person depends on the society, depends on the circumstances. So moral principles are impartial in a sense that it is to be decided by the very person. So it is not actually ka na murag i-push good na. For example, kami, gusto mo namin nga mahimo mong mga buutan. Pero you are the ones who will make a decision if you want to become good or not. So depende na sa inyo ha. Okay, another characteristics of this moral principle is the overridingness. Overridingness meaning these moral principles will override all other rules or principles. Kanang patigbabaw siya. Now, for example, in a legal aspect, although it is legal, but if it is not accepted as good, then it will always be considered immoral. Now, for example, abortion. Abortion, although it will be legalized, if ever there will be a law that says that it is legal, so it will be legalized. But it will always be immoral. Immoral in a sense. Immoral in a sense. Kay dili man gid siya ma-accept as right. As right, mayon ka nga what is right, what is wrong. So not all legal can be considered as immoral. So it will override whatever is existing principles. Kay makonsensya man sad ka kung dili nimo ni siya ikuan. Ang konsensya bisan pa kung saan mo convince ang imong kaugalingon, pero there is an instance nga deep within you makonsensya gid ka. Kay ang mali is mali gid siya. Okay? The other one is autonomous from arbitrary. Okay, autonomous from arbitrary. Meaning it has in its own standards. Although sometimes when subjective ang imong decision, pero there are instances na it is to be based in some objective standards. Okay? Even sa legal nga aspect, we have the rules nga mo'y ato ang basihan sa tanan. The Supreme Court, for example, nasa mga balaod nga bisan paglahi ang atong interpretation pero naagyo isa nga tanawon. So the same thing with this kanang moral principles. Although there are many different moral principles, pero there is really this thing that says what really is right and what really is wrong is wrong. And then it has some sort of authority in a sense that if it is being prescribed, then it must be followed. Okay. Another characteristics of moral principles is its publicity. Just like any laws, that it should be made public, it should be made known to others. Okay? Because that is to be followed. Ang unsay maayo, dapat palapnag unsay mga maayo. The other one, we have the practicability. Practicability in a sense nga ang isa ka balaod should have practical applications, because if not, if it becomes kanang insignificant, impractical, then it ceases to be a law and it should not be followed. Okay, kung wala na siya practical application. Okay. Now, regarding this term, the acts of man, as mentioned a while ago, okay, human acts and acts of man. So, acts of man are those actions nga dili kinahanglan og decision. Okay. For example, kaning katong na mag-pump imong heart, magpisok-pisok imong mata, no? Although there are times that we make decisions regarding sa blinking of one's eye, but not all the time that we have to decide, no? Because that is actually mopisok ra gyud siya, either decision na nimo or dili, or mag-pump imong heart, no? You will not. decide nga mo pump imong heart, mo pump rin na siya. Or the very thing, kaihion ka. Kung kaihion ka, meaning you will not be judged morally, right or wrong, kung kaihion. Pero when you decide kung asa ka mangihi, saan mo pagpangihi, then that involves now a decision. That is the time that becomes human acts. Okay? So, ang pagkakaihion, dili man kadakpon ana, kay kuan man siya, acts of man. Pero kung asa ka mangihi, then that becomes human acts. Okay. What makes this human acts different from acts of man? Okay, we have these three essential elements: the knowledge, freedom, and the will. Knowledge meaning we know what we are doing. Okay, we are conscious of what we are doing. The second one is we are not being forced or coerced to do such thing. Okay, so we make decisions, okay, based on our freedom. And the other one, we have really the intention of doing such thing. Okay, so the will. Ito tanan, unsa maning will. Okay, the term will, or the act of the will, it came from the word voluntas. Okay, or in English, it is translated as voluntariness. Okay, will is much deeper than intention, actually. Okay, so when we intend or when we will, no, or we gusto ba nato, there are four kinds of voluntariness. First one is the perfect voluntary. Okay, so when you say perfect voluntary, meaning with all our heart, with all our mind, we do the thing. Okay, so that is perfectly voluntary. Okay, so wala gyud namugos sa imuha. Imuha gyud gidesisyonan gyud imo. That is full will, or the act of the will. The other one is imperfect voluntary. Imperfect voluntary, okay, from the very word imperfect, meaning not perfect. Meaning the voluntariness, we do the thing, but not in its full capacity. Okay, so half-half lang siguro. No? You have the knowledge of the thing, pero katunga lang. Pero still, you do the thing. No? Pero ang knowledge na nga thing is, kalanganin ni mo himuon, pero gihimo gyapon nimo. That can be imperfect in that sense. The other one, we have simple voluntariness. Simple voluntariness meaning things that don't need any big decisions, but still we intend to do such thing. Now, for example, magbaklay ka ato kag eskwelahan, so alangan maligo jud ka, magbaklay ka gikan sa inyong balay paingon dito sa kung asa ka makasakay, sakay kag jeep, pag naog, kada nga mga actions nimo falls on the simple act of the will. Okay, so dili gid siya ingon nga desisyonan, no? Kada tikang nimo mo desisyon ka. Can you imagine kada tikang mo desisyon? So tikang na po ka desisyon, tikang desisyon, kadugayan tikang kang ka, sige kag hunahuna kung mo tikang bakag dili kalbugal. No? So simple voluntariness. The other one, we have the conditional. Conditional, okay, from the very word condition, meaning we do the act on a certain conditions. Okay, either it is being forced by the circumstances, or it is forced by the act in itself. Okay, so conditional. For example, gi-hold up ka. So i-hold up ka, so intentionally ihatag yun nimo ang imong pitaka, ihatag di mo imong cellphone, O appeal pa ang kuan no, charger. O mga pa na. Pero that is conditional. Meaning gihatag nimo in a certain condition nga dili ka niya pasakitan, dili ka niya pusilon or dili ka niya dunggabon. Basta kay ihatag nimo. So still voluntary pero under certain conditions. Okay, that is why it is considered to be conditional. Okay. Now, by the way, is there any question so far? Wala. Mini nagkasinabot. Muna akong ganahan basta kuan kay kung sa tinuod nga classroom, di magtingog. Walay pangutana. Sa diri man, wala gyud ko'y pangutana. So meaning, maayo gid ko mo explain. Kay nakasabot man. Gawas ko na nga tulog ako mga estudyante. Da? Di ba, Danica? Napagas Danica Media.
Yes, sir. Nako, sir.
Napa di ay. Okay.
Patawon natulog, sir.
Oh, ay ta kay maminaw ta. Tingkatulog ra ba karon panahon na. Okay, so the morality of an act can be katulog na dia. Okay, morality of an act can be moral, immoral, or immoral. So when you say morality, okay, this simply refers to the rightness and the wrongness of the human conduct. Okay, when can we say that a certain action is right or wrong, good or bad? Okay, that is the morality. Okay, so actions can be moral, immoral, or amoral. Okay, so when you say moral, immoral, or amoral, we are referring to what we call as the intrinsic act. Okay, take that of the term. No? We have intrinsic and extrinsic, meaning actions can be intrinsically good act or intrinsically bad act, or actions can be extrinsically good or extrinsically bad. Okay, so what's the difference? Ano siya? For example, mangga nga hilaw. O nay mangga nga hilaw, kaangkag mangga nga hilaw, so aslom ang mangga nga hilaw. Ang pagkaaslom sa mangga nga hilaw, that is intrinsic sa mangga nga hilaw. Aslom yun. Pero kung butangan nimo og sugar, and then kauno nimo, ni tamis siya. Pero ang iyahang katamis will only be extrinsic sa iyahang pagkamangga nga hilaw. You get the point, no? Meaning, in itself, naa siya kaugalingon na characteristic. Okay? So, for example, a certain action can be good or bad. It depends on the circumstances. That is extrinsic. Okay? But there are actions that in themselves good or in themselves bad. That is what we call as intrinsic. Okay, now, there are actions considered to be moral, meaning intrinsically good act, no matter what is the circumstances. Okay? Because later on, ato mo pong i-consider ang circumstances, ang intention, or the very act in itself. But this time, we are referring to the act in itself. Okay? So for example, helping people. Okay? No matter what is the circumstances, when you help, that is considered to be good. Okay? Moral in itself. Okay? The other one, we have the immoral. So, when you say immoral, actions in themselves is bad. For example, murder, killing. So, no matter what is the intention, no matter what is the result, either good ang result or bad, but the very act of killing, murder, will always be immoral. Okay? The other one is amoral. Amoral, so that means the certain action can either be good or bad. Not necessarily good in themselves, not necessarily bad in themselves, but neither, meaning neutral. Example, ani is ang paglakaw. Ang paglakaw ba good or bad? So, Sa may
Good.
kwan. Good yung paglakaw. Pagkaon.
Good. Good for the health.
Good.
Bad.
Good for the health.
Good kayo.
Ang pag-inom.
Good.
Good.
Inom og tubig.
Ayun ang tubig. Okay. Now, if you will notice, maingon mga good. Pero what if masubrahan? Sobrahan ang pagkaon. Good?
Gluttony na dayon.
Gluttony. Gluttony. So, bad.
Bad na.
So, sobrahan
Too
pag-inom.
much is bad, good sir. Too much is
Too
bad.
much is bad. So, meaning, kasagaran sa aning mga actions, ang imong tubag dapat is depende. Depende, sir. Pag-inom, depende. Kaon, depende. Meaning, kung may kag-depende, meaning in itself, cannot be decided. Okay? Cannot be decided either good or bad. So meaning, this action is considered to be moral. Okay? Moral. Claro? Okay. Most of our actions actually are amoral, no? It falls on this one. Okay. Now, what determines, no, certain action as good or bad? Okay? So this one is the determinants. Okay, determinants. Okay, so discuss na natin ni the object or the act in itself, no? Meaning it can be either good or bad. It can good in itself, it can be bad in itself. So depende sa object. The other one is the motive or the intention. Okay? The motive or the intention can affect, no, the morality of certain actions. Okay? So kani silang tulo mo apekto ni siya kung mo judge ta either it is morally good or morally bad. That is why it is considered to be determinants. It will determine. Okay, it will determine the goodness or the badness of certain actions. Okay. So manaman duha dirita sa circumstances. Okay, circumstances from the word circumstance. So circum means ang nagpalibot, no? Circum. We have the term circumnavigate, circumvent, circumcise, basta kay circum. Circum meaning ang nagpalibot. Stance meaning kung asa ka. Stance, ang imong gitindugan. No? Fighting stance. So, circumstance. So, ang nagpalibot sa imong gitindugan. Okay, mo na ibutingnan niya sa circumstance. So unsa maning nagpalibot sa imong gitindugan, no? This could be mean, no, the what, when, where, how, why, no? So kinsa ang mga tao na involved? Asa ni siya nahitabo? Kano saan nahitabo? Unsang pagkahitabo, no? O kano sa, no, nahitabo, no? So kani nga mga circumstances, no, kani nga mga unsay nagpalibot sa isa ka action can be aggravating, justifying, mitigating, or exempting. Okay. Now, when you say aggravating circumstance, okay, aggravating, meaning na mga panghitabo nga mas makapadugang sa kabug-aton, no, sa ato ang desisyon sa ana nga action. Okay? In the legal aspect, for example, there are cases na, for example, na ay gipatay. Okay, so ang pinakaunaan nga kaso is homicide. Pero later on, upon investigation, nakita nila nga ang katugid na pusilan, ang igo sa pusil is sa likod. So in that case, ang biktima is, that is an aggravating circumstance. No? Kay in that situation, ang biktima is walang kalaban-laban kay nagtalikod. Wala sa kabalo nga gipusil siya. Okay? Gikan sa homicide, pwede to nimo ipasaka ang kaso into murder. Kay aggravating ang circumstances. Okay? Or for example, natulog siya, unya imo siyang gisumbag. The circumstances is aggravating. Lahi ang katunag sinumbagay mong duha nga parehas mong duha gamata o ang isa natulog, isa gamata, lahi na siya. No? So, aggravating. Okay. The other one is mitigating. Mitigating meaning mapagaan-gaan ang isa ka butang. For example, mitigating circumstance is wala kay full knowledge. No? Nga maoday na siya ang naitabo. Nailad ra ka, nabudol-budol ka. So, with the knowledge that you have, nga dili siya full, it can be a mitigating. Or ignorance. Ignorance can be a mitigating circumstance. Or, for example, one of the modifiers atong i-discuss later on is ang kaning concupiscence or passion or the crimes of passion, for example. No? Crimes of passion can be mitigating. Although di mo siya makapawala sa sala, pero makapagamay-gamay na mitigate sa sala. The other one is justifying or exempting circumstances. So there are circumstances that will justify such act. For example, self-defense. In a self-defense, okay, there are instances nga kanang dili mapriso tungod kay self-defense. Or exempting. You're exempted, no? With that particular circumstances. For example, kani mga army. No? For example, may kakaroon nga ay ang mga tanan nga makapatay, mapriso gyud siya, no? Unya karon kay kani mga army inig magira, makapatay man ni sila. Meaning pagkahuman og gira pang prisohon sila. It is not, no? That is because of the circumstances. So ang ilaha is exempting, no, circumstance. Meaning outside sila sa katong sitwasyon because ang ilahang pagpatay actually is part of defending the common good or defending the land, for example. Okay? So in defense, napatay nila ang kontra but not really the main intention. No? Okay? So in that case, the circumstances can be exempting. Okay, klaro? Okay, so diri na to sa modifiers. Okay, modifiers meaning mo modify, mo usab, gamay lang. Okay, according to which, no, a man is an organism that does not act in a vacuum. No man is an island. Okay, he responds or reacts to a stimulus. No, we are interconnected. Thus, the accountability of the commission of the act can be modified. So, pwede na itong matanaw sa lahi-lahi nga perspective. And also, the liability can be greater, great, less, or lesser, or none at all. No? So, depende sa mga modifiers. Okay. One thing. Another one, modifier, ignorance. Okay. I think we are familiar with the term, ignorance of the law excuses no one. Okay. So, according to this one, sa Latin, ignorantia juris non exusat or ignorantia leges nominem exusat. That means ignorance of the law excuses no one or ignorance of the law excuses not. Now, the question, is it really ignorance of the law excuses no one? Wala bagi bisag isa nga ma-excuse sa pagka-ignorante niya sa balaod? According to the law, dili pwede mahimong defense ang moingon ka nga ay wala ko kabalo. Mo na nga nahimo nako ang sala kay wala ko kabalo nga naa na siya nga balaod. Okay. According to this one, either naa na nga balaod or wala ang sala. So meaning ignorance of the law excuses no one. Nga even if mayon ka nga wala ka nakabalo, pero since naa kay capacity nga makahibalo, pero wala nimo gitagaan og effort nga makahibalo, then that will be considered that cannot be considered as kana excuse. Okay? Pero ang pangutanan nako, if ignorance of the law excuses no one, so walay bisag isa nga excuse sa iyang pagka-ignorante sa balaod, what if ang isa ka buang nitabok sa dalan? Unya, pagtabok niya sa dalan, dakon lugar siya sa RTA kay nag-jaywalking. O tungod kay na-jaywalking siya, seminaron lugar siya. or pabayaron siya o penalty? What do you think? Ang buang.
No, may exception, sir.
So meaning, kaning ignorance of the law excuses no one except, ano lugar ni? Kani. Ignorance of the law excuses no one.
Pero
No
naman
one.
siya mental condition, sir.
Tama, sir. Nasa mental disability.
Disability. So meaning, dili ni siya dapat ignorance of the law excuses no one. Ignorance of the law excuses those who have mental disability. Ano unta?
Excuses some.
Excuses,
Wala
wala man
i-revise, sir. Ato i-revise.
wala man siya nag-ingon nga excuses di ba? Kabantay man ang lingina agi baglisan. Excuses no one. Walay bisag isa nga excuse. Unsa man nimo na karon? Excuse na to or di?
Depende man siguro sa gapandakop, sir.
Sa pagkapandak.
Sa pandakop ba?
Okay, sa atong tanawon na actually there are two kinds of ignorance. Okay? We have the vincible ignorance and we have the invincible ignorance. Okay? So when you say vincible, mo ni siya ang kanang pagka-ignorante nga pwede siya ma-overcome kung tagaan lang yun nimo og sakto nga effort. Okay? So this is the lack of knowledge that can easily be rectified. Okay? So mo ni siya ang ignorante pero normal ang pangutok ani, no? Ang sa invincible ignorance, normal magyapon pero there is no way for you to understand such thing. Okay, for example, kato nga to ang example kagay na nga ang buang. So ignorante to siya, nga ignorante siya. So beyond sa iyang capacity of knowing. No? Or kani siya, kung ikaw karon, no, mo pay pag-abot nimo didto sa sa Russia. Unya karon naay mga balao didto nga ang pagkasulat is Russia. Unya wala kay way nga ma-translate to. Unsa ano yung pagkabalo sa ilahang balaod? Or sa China na lang, kay mas duol-duol. Adto tag China. So adto kag China. So Chinese character tanan ang ilaha. Pabasahon ka dito, mao ni ang balaod na mo sir karon. Karon kay wa makakasabot. Unya na violate nimo, prisuhon lugar ka. Doy kay ka.
Google Translate, sir.
May dahil Google Translate dito, wala signal. Wala signal kay dagkuan, nag-online class. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that there is what we call an ignorance that is beyond the capacity of knowing by the agent. So, or there has no way of knowing them. For example, kanang 1-year-old nga bata, apil naman siya sa no one, pero dili nimo pwede ma-explain sa 1-year-old nga bata ang kani nga mga balaod nga existing sa karon because that is far beyond sa iyang capacity of knowing. So ang iyang ignorance ana is gitawag nga invincible ignorance. Okay? Invincible. Now, in this invincible ignorance, according to this one, kuan siya. Invincible ignorance renders an act involuntary. Okay? So involuntary ang isa ka act that is a result of an invincible ignorance. Involuntary in a sense na since wala siya kabalo unsa iyang gihimo. So totally dili siya liable. That is why katong inyong giingon kagay na ang mga buang, kung makasala ang buang, dili gid siya pwede mapriso. Mo na nga kung naay buang diha, maglakaw-lakaw, ayaw gyud og pabuang-buang nga mo atubang ka ng buang kay kung magkinaunsa ikaw gyud ang salaan. Bunalan lugar ka sa buang, di gito nimo makuha ng buang. Mapakasala ang buang. Kay ang iyahang pagka-ignorante is invincible. That is beyond his kanang capacity of knowing. Okay? So that is why ang buang kung magkinaon sa dili gina siya mapriso, dito gina siya dalon sa mental hospital. Okay?
Dami mo pabang-buang, sir.
Kung na magpabangbuang, mao bitaw na ang uban yung makapatay, magpabuang-buang na lang kay para dili sila mapriso, no, ang mga magpabuang-buang. Okay. Another one, ang invincible, okay, which is mo na ang ato ang invincible sa kita, no? Kita. Ang ato ang pagka-ignorante, no, kay dili man gyud pud tanan nato na ibalan. So naagi mga butang ignorante ta. Sa mga butangan na ignorante ta, it will not destroy, no, our voluntariness. Meaning, naapaghihapon tayo tulubagon. Pero, it lessens, no, it lessens our accountability. Okay? Or culpability. Nagyapon tayo sala. Pero, mabitan na nga kung first offense, ang balaod, gamay-gamay pa na ang iyahang penalty, that is because i-consider niya nga there are instances na maybe kani wala pa ni siya kabaluan ni. Pero sa second offense, mas dako na because naa naman kay knowledge ato. Kabalo na ug ka nadakpan na ka first offense. Second offense, dakpan pagyapon ka, mas dako na siya. Pagka third offense, mas dako na gid siya. Meaning, mas magkadako ang imuhang knowledge about the thing and you keep on violating it, then magpadako pud ang imuhang responsibilidad. Okay? Kay nawala naman ning actually, dili nimo magamit ang kaning gitawag na ignorance. Okay? As a defense. Okay, the other one, kaning gitawag na affected ignorance. Okay, when can a invincible ignorance becomes affected ignorance? Or what do we mean by pretended ignorance? Okay? Kaning mga kabalo manggod ka nga kung makabalo ka, tendency is mas makasala ka or mas dako ang responsibilidad nimo. So pilion na lang nimo nga dili ka makahibalo. And that is what we call as affected ignorance. Meaning gituyo nimo nga dili ka makahibalo. Although naa kay capacity to know, pero dili nimo himuon tungod kay nahadlo ka nga kung himong himuon, kung makabalo ka, mas dako na hinuon ang imong sala. Okay? The other one is the pretended ignorance, nga kanang nagpakuno-kuno ka, nga wala ka kahibalo. Now, kung nagpakuno-kuno ka, nga wala ka kahibalo, pero nakahibalo dahi ka, mas dako imong salaan na. No? According to this one, affected ignorance, though it decreases voluntariness, but it increases, okay, take note of this one, it increases accountability over the resultant act. That is because imong tinuyuan nga dili ka makahibalo. Ug mas dako ang salaana kay naa kay kapasidad nga makahibalo. Pero gituyo nimo nga dili ka makahibalo, ay dako kay ka og tulubagon. Okay, that is why according to this one, no, when little or no effort is made to remove such ignorance, then that ignorance is termed as crass or the supine ignorance. It removes a little or no guilt. No, deliberately fostered ignorance is affected or studied, and it increases guilt. Okay? So even in conscience, no, sa conscience, kung mag-istoryahan na ito og konsensya, mas dako imuhang konsensya sa mga butang na imuhang tinuyuan nga gihimo. Although, you will try to convince yourself nga, sakto to akong gihimo, sakto to akong. Pero deep inside you, makaingon gid ka nga na konsensya gid ko. So dili gid na siya pwede nga mawala na siya because kana siya ang gitawag nga morality. Okay, regarding this passions, no, the next nato nga discussion, dito na lang nato na siya tiwason, no. So unless if you have any questions so far.